Wasn't too comfortable with the table yet, not sure of the speed and the cushion, but just keeps fighting away, you know, keeping the belief. So you don't want to come here and play a race to 7 and lose straight away in a knockout event. So, you know, glad to get that one out of the way.
Feeling good. Last 2 months I practiced a lot, and I hope I show my best full.
I personally think I've got a very good chance against him, so I'm looking forward to the match.
I won't win, but every player is very good, and let me see.
Players are ready, and so are our commentators, Carl Boys and Phil Yates.
Tom, once again, thank you very much indeed. Underlining the international flavour of this Whirlpool Masters. This is New Zealand against Poland. Konrad Juszczyszyn against Matt Edwards. We know which one is the easiest to pronounce. What we don't know is who will win.
No, that's right, Phil, but for the people at home watching, not familiar with Konrad, very talented player, left-handed. For some reason, the left-handed players seem to be the more talented at pocketing the ball, seems to come more natural, and he doesn't hang around. He likes to get on with it, and he likes to attack.
Yes, this is his debut in this tournament, and he's seeded because he's the European 9-ball champion.
Look at this for a break-off.
That was an explosive start, wasn't it, to the match? The only snag for him, the 3-ball coming up the table and blocking the path of the 2 to the pocket.
As you alluded to, Phil, European 9-ball champion. You can obviously play the game if you win that title, because it is full of monsters. Good opening combination there from Konrad.
When I first came into the venue today, had a little chat with Konrad, and he was practicing upstairs, and I was very impressed immediately with the way he was hitting the ball.
Yeah, as you can see here, very natural, likes to get on with it. Confident potter of the ball. Don't know what it is about left-handed players, Phil, where they just seem a bit more natural.
Yes, so many left-handed sportsmen are very aesthetically pleasing as well, aren't they? Tennis players, golfers, snooker players, in this case, a pool ace.
Speaking of left-handed players, after this match, you're going to get a chance to see the current world 9-ball champion, Joshua Filler. What a talent he is with this 9-ball for 1-0.
No, I don't think that was his fault. I think he had a kick there, don't you?
He looked a bit skiddy. He's having a little smile to himself.
The sound was certainly indicative of a skid, and the way it straightened up, we have to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, that's right. This isn't an easy shot. The cue ball might be tracking back towards that corner pocket. He's hit it fat, but there was no skid there. So Konrad's getting the cue ball cleaned.
Yeah, again, another indication that
extension called.
Konrad is convinced he suffered a kick there.
Now the skid on the balls, something that we've never understood why it happens.
Well, in the end, justice was served. Juszczyszyn played a good solid rack there. It would have been a shame had he been deprived of winning it by a piece of misfortune. In the end, though, he got a second bite of the cherry and made no mistake. He's tried to become, you know, the second Polish winner of the World Pool Masters. And if that rack is anything to go by, apart from the skid, which he couldn't legislate for, you have to rate his chances. That's the decisive ball. Yes, back in 2012 in Kielce in Poland, Karol Skawerski triumphed on home soil, beating Maciej Snigocki in the final, 8-6. And I think on that occasion, if memory serves me correct, we had 4 Polish players in the quarterfinals. As a collective, they are very powerful.
Yeah, I remember when I first started playing 9-ball, we actually played a tournament in Poland, and it was a team event. And back then, they didn't really have a lot of players. They had Babika, and he was like the strongest player. But now, there's a lot of the Polish players, and they can all play to a very high level. Another powerful break there. Has the 6th ball come to spoil the party? I think it has.
Well, he looks to have sorted this break out. That's self-evident.
You can see what I'm saying about the break shot, though. If you can park the cue ball in the middle of the table, he would actually have a shot on this one ball, wouldn't he? But because he lost it a little bit.
JUSZCZYSZYN. That's not an eye chart. As I said this afternoon, that would be a very high score on Scrabble.
Good shot there from Matt, though. You know, well controlled. When the full distance of the table, it's never the easiest of shot. And there he is, Matt. Fantastic victory in the first round over the fans pick Chris Melling. Many people thought he didn't stand much of a chance, but he played great in that match.
Extension called.
And it is a big match for both players because, you know, they're not playing one of the big hitters, the guys who win most of the big tournaments. So they both know it's a good opportunity to get to the quarterfinals.
Stop the clock, please.
And purely and simply because of the journey he had to make to be here, everyone's pulling for Matt Edwards to go with 36 hours. He said he stopped counting, actually, after 36 hours. He flew from Auckland, where he's based, to Los Angeles, from there to London, and from London to Gibraltar. I asked him when he'd arrived. He didn't know what day it was. Genuinely. And he said to me, he feels as though the journeys they have to make, the players from down under, adds to the pressure, because he said there's nothing worse than going all those thousands of miles, getting on a plane after you've lost and stewing on the defeat all the way home.
Well, I'm sure he won't be stewing on the flight home this time, because he's still in the event. And he's looking pretty good here. Hits the ball nice, to be fair. Nice cueist, very smooth. Yeah, he's got a little bit of angle. Probably come a little bit too straight on this. He's going to have to hit this with a bit of power, because he wants the cue ball away from the rail. Struck that beautiful, to be fair.
If you're watching this on Sky New Zealand, your man is doing pretty well. He's not the sort to be overawed. And with that, he is back on level terms. Interludes between racks gone.
Third rack.
Yeah, it's a
Matt
great
Edwards
touch,
to
to
break.
be fair.
One rack each.
That bit of music adds to the drama.
Bit of Frank Sinatra and Barbara Streisand would suit me.
And now we get to have a look at Matt's break. It's some pretty hard himself, to be fair. And he's got a shot on the one ball. Last match was a bit of a funky one, wasn't it, Phil? Sure, come prepared and everything, but the game of pool didn't help him at all.
Well, we saw the statistical board, didn't we, at the end of the 8th rack when he was 6-2 down. Pots missed, 0 when he's 6-2 down. The brutality of 9-ball pool shown right there.
And that was a neat little shot there from Matt. Took a little risk to go into him, just to open them all up, and they've come out lovely. bad shape there either. Maybe just a little bit shy of a plumb position, but I think he can hold it. Struck that 4-ball with authority there. Shows he's confident. This was all caused by the nice opening shot on the 1-ball, just to break out that little cluster. And from then on there, it's been connect the dots.
It has to be remembered that in the first rack, Edwards missed the 9-ball. Admittedly, it was a tough one, but it was a missed 9-ball nevertheless. And so this has been a really stoic reply. This pool-playing Kiwi knows his way around a table. Make no mistake about that. And after losing the opening rack, Matt Edwards has now taken a 2-1 lead. The European champion from Poland knows he's in for a contest. The Dapperbet World Pool Masters continues in just a moment.
Thank you.
Welcome back
Rack 4.
to Gibraltar.
Matt Edwards
It's
to break.
day 2.
Matt leading 2 racks to 1.
Session 2, and Matt Edwards is leading 2-1 against Konrad Juszczyszyn. And so far, Edwards, with the exception of missing that tricky 9-ball in the first rack, has looked pretty solid.
The big break there, and lost a cue ball a little bit, but luckily for him, he does have a thin snip on this 2, so it's not the end of the world. And I think he can manufacture. Yeah, he can get down for this 3. And the red 3-ball does go in the middle, so has to be said, it's another good opportunity. Just needs to judge this one well. I think it's important for Matt to show Konrad, you know, he's not scared of this match and this round. And as I've said that, he's hooked himself.
Shouldn't have done it, but that was the worst possible kiss. Thin on either side, he'd have been okay.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. If it just hits either side, you're on it, but you know, it's a poorly judged line. And now he's faced with a 2-rail kick. And he's probably still going to try and make this ball in the side. But obviously the difficulty level of this is super high.
And the positional error from Edwards might well be very expensive.
Yeah, he decided to go off the one rail instead. And he was trying to pull that in the side. But it was the mistake positional error from the two which has allowed Konrad back to the table to tie this match up. And you get a good view of his name on the back of his shirt, the Scrabble name, Phil.
Well, someone on Facebook has done some research and told us that if triple word scores don't count, it's 53 points, his surname. Significantly more than Boys, or indeed Yates.
The only problem is, Phil, I won't be able to spell his name. I can just about manage Yates. I see Konrad is using one of these longer cues. Not some of the players have started to have a go with. They're putting like a kind of 10-12 inch extension on the bottom, so it's making the cue kind of like 62 inch long or something. Jason Shaw's a big fan of that. I think it was the great Earl Strickland that started that trend, you know, Phil.
Yes, if you look, the cue is almost as tall as the player.
Extension called.
Ah, he's having the cue ball clean this time because it's a similar kind of shot, really, as when he got the skid.
Just for peace of mind, this is being done.
Yeah, but it just shows you it is on his mind, so.
Absolutely mint contact there, no problems whatsoever. And with the 9-ball going in, it means Juszczyszyn is back onto level terms at 2-2. Edwards ruining that poor positional shot. Once he'd placed himself in trouble, it was always going to be difficult to extricate himself. He didn't do that, and Juszczyszyn was up to the task. Juszczyszyn feeling the cold out there. And coming from Poland, especially in the winter, he should be used to chilly temperatures. Matt Edwards was telling me the summer in Auckland has been delightful. 30 degrees most days. Sounds great.
Certainly sounds better than the weather we've been having here in Gibraltar.
Rack 5, Konrad Juszczyszyn to break. 2 racks each.
Here we get to have another look at Konrad's break. Both players seem to be hitting the break pretty good. And the ball's moving. There you see, wing ball. In again. Losing the cue ball though, gone up table, and often that means you've not really got a clear shot. And there you see it again.
Yes, and 5 of the coloured balls in the bottom half of the table already. So rather congested down there.
Yeah, it's a tricky little push out as well.
Shot called. Extension.
Using his extension. Don't happen too often on a push out.
Sorry. Push. Push.
Well, actually, he took the extension before he officially made the decision to push out.
So he's left the left edge of the one. Don't see any real opportunity to attack the table here, so it's going to have to be a safety shot. Yeah, I always find when it doesn't look obvious, you might be better giving it back. Having a little smile to himself there, isn't he, Phil? He knows he's played a shocker.
Nicely potted to the middle, though. You can never take middle pocket pots on a 9-ball table for granted.
I remember listening to Earl once at a tournament. You know how he likes a little whinge up from time to time. And he were telling me, you should get rid of the middle pockets and have 4 pockets.
I must say, Carl, I like the way he strikes the ball with authority.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to, but he could, yeah, I was going to say, he could run into the 9-ball, and he's got a chance of potting it, but he doesn't need to, but it would hold there, and the 5's over the pocket, so he feels it's a free shot. Nearly made it.
And it's now a certainty should he arrive there. Not the best. Not the best at all.
Didn't go clean, did it? That was the problem. And now, depending on the angle he's got, he might have to play the 8 up into the corner pocket where Matt Edwards is sat. That's why he's walked round to have a look. Maybe the cannon on the 9 weren't the shot. Well, he's played this nice though. That was well judged.
There's going to be another change of leadership. Juszczyszyn won the opening rack, fell 2-1 behind.
final actually. He beat me 9-7 and he was just running around the table smashing all the balls in. So I thought then, yeah, he's a natural player.
3 wraps to 2.
A bit like a Shaw or a Filler, that type of style. That's a better break. There you see, controls the cue ball, and because it's in the centre of the table, he does have a shot on the 1 ball. So it is vital you try and stop that white dead in the middle of the table. Now all the players are trying to do that unless they're playing the cup break, but the likes of Shane and Neil's Fine, they're very, very good at it. They do it time and time again. No, it's not an easy pot, it's a little thin one, and he's spinning it slow. Oh, is it this beautiful?
That one shot shows an awful lot of self-belief.
Yeah, we did like that one, didn't we?
Delicacy and accuracy combined.
And he's faced with another little tricky shot here. It's not so much the pot, it's getting on that 3. Because I think the 4 ball is just hampering him, drawing the cue ball back. But he is drawing it. No, oh, he's a bit of a bad roll, but whenever you're screwing into a ball, you don't know where it's going to end up. Some days you land on it and some you don't. Today, he hasn't. He did have another shot there. He could have stunned below the 3 and played the 3 up table. He's wasted no time kicking at this. And it's a good hit.
I like the fact he's decisive. Sometimes nerves can manifest itself in a player becoming a little slower than normal, more ponderous.
Yeah, and the good thing, he's not left the pot, so... I mean, Matt's going to try and get the cue ball in between the green 6. Also using the 9 as a blocker. And he's just going to try and come off this 1 cushion and hold the cue ball down the table where the 9 is, a bit like this. Just leave distance. It was a good shot. That's all you can do. Just keep the distance, because then Matt's faced with a long pot. So he executed that well.
Yes, high tariff pot, and also he's going away from his next ball, the 4.
Yeah, sometimes, Phil, all you can do is ask a question to your opponent and see if they can answer. And he's missed that by a long, long way. He's not cued that one too good.
And in addition, the path is there for the 3 to go.
This was all caused by the clever kick shot, just to leave distance, controlling the cue ball off the 3.
Well, well, well. It is Matt Edwards' lucky day.
Yeah, Konrad's not cued that one too good. Didn't even hit the jaws. And he's kind of gifted the rack back to Matt. It was a nice shot. Perfect angle. on the 4. And the winner of this match, Phil, will play Alex Kazakis.
Yes, Kazakis coming through our last match of the afternoon today. 7-3 against Justin Sajic.
Just this simple 8 ball, spinning it round off a couple of rails. Went off the jaw, it didn't go centre pocket, but it's gone. And this easy 9 ball to draw back level.
All to play for. Edwards taking advantage of Juszczyszyn's mistake. It is 3-3. Please join us after the break as this match reaches its conclusion. Anyone's guess who is going to triumph.
Thank you.
The last 16
Rack 7.
of the Dafabet Whirlpool Masters will reach its conclusion this evening. By the end
Matt
of the
Edwards
night, we will
break.
know all 8
3 racks each.
quarter-finalists. As for this contest, it is absolutely anyone's guess. 3-3, Matt Edwards, though, with the slight advantage because he's breaking.
Oh, is it then beautiful? Park the cue ball right in the centre. And it's been a bit unfortunate where the 1 and the 2's finished. But it has to be said, another good break. Now, I'm not so sure if he can go off the edge, the left-hand side of the 1 to carom the 2 up the rail. I think that's what he's playing. He's tried it, but he's missed, and he's left Konrad a similar shot to what he missed in the previous rack.
Yes, just what I was thinking. He missed it by hitting it far too thick. Now, the danger is, when that's fresh in your memory, you overcompensate and hit them thin.
Yeah, we've already seen Kopinyi and Alex Pagalayan
Stancho called.
pot the ball and stun into the 9 and make the 9, and he's going to try and play this, but it's a lot harder because of the distance.
Well, he's done exactly the same thing as he did before. That time was closer, at least he did hit the jaws, but it was too thick. Undercut. Hence the head shaking.
Come on, Konrad, I've picked you up here, potting all these balls. You've missed a couple now. You're making me look silly, man.
Carl, when you're behind the microphone, you better get used to it.
And Matt's under it. Both players not taking the bull by the horns at the minute. I mean, he's a good 4 feet short there. Maybe 2 feet. I mean, he's left distance, Phil, but he was trying to get a snooker there. Konrad's just having a look if there's a possible carom on the 4-ball. Plus a bank shot. Probably played that, give himself 2 options. Good shot.
Again, not really crisp.
Yeah, a little bit under hit. We've seen a lot of balls under hit, haven't we? And I don't think the table's playing slow, mate. It seems to be running quick. Maybe just players not cueing them as smooth as they'd like. Although that one was very smooth. Hit it nice. Perfect angle on the orange 5. And as we've seen, and the loose safety has cost Matt this rack.
Nicely done. And so for the 3rd time in the match, Juszczyszyn takes the lead. It was 1-0, it was 3-2, and now it is 4-3. I think it's only a slender lead, but you have to say, on what we've seen thus far in the first 7 racks, he has looked the more likely winner.
Yeah, he's definitely attacking. I spotted he held his hand up after the rack there. You might get a little look now. So he didn't play the bank on the 2. He was trying to make the 4. Nevertheless, he'll take it.
Yes, the hand held up in acknowledgement might be etiquette and good manners, but it doesn't make Matt Edwards feel any better at all. There was a snooker player many, many years ago from South Africa called Robbie Grace, who defied all of the conventions when it came to flukes. When he had one, he used to laugh out loud and often laugh in his opponent's face.
I've done that myself, I won't lie. I just start laughing.
At least he's honest.
Well,
you see all these looks of, oh, I'm terribly sorry I fluked that ball, while inside they're thinking, thank heavens.
Thank you. Rack 8.
Let me have a few more.
To break.
I'd love it if somebody did that to Earl Strickland.
4 axle 3.
Fluked a ball and just started laughing at him.
Yeah, Robbie Grace was the man.
Another good break there, making 2 balls. Now obviously the 2 doesn't pass the 8, but he has got a fairly easy combo. Not much distance, close to his work.
Large margin of error there to come across table for the 3 off the 2, and it's looking promising now.
Yeah, he's going to have to play another similar shot to what he's kind of just played. He'd have loved to have been a bit straighter on this red 3. Unless he can like drag it in and hold it. Yeah, which he can. Oh, he's forgot to pot the ball. Wowzers.
We have seen balls deep in those jaws right from the very first match yesterday. If you remember, Alex Pagulayan had one. Refused to drop. I think he thought it was going to go in.
Yep.
But it was very thick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Caught a lot of that near jaw, and I'm not surprised it stayed on the table.
I think a little bit more pace, it would have fell. It just didn't have enough in it, and
Extension hold.
it is a bad mistake, to be honest.
And not for the first time, just when it looks as though Juszczyszyn is getting on top, he makes a mistake.
Now, we have seen a couple of players play shots with the ball deep in the pocket and made a mess of it. And we've just seen another one there. He's well overscrewed that. Just got to concentrate on the pot here. The cue ball's naturally going back over that side, so this is all about making sure you pot the 4. Which he has. Well done. The famous 50-yard line though, Phil.
Well, I think where he's from, he's more interested in rugby union than NFL. But they're both very tough sports. Neither player can really assert their authority.
Yeah, just when one looks like to take a bit of a lead, they just throw a bit of a silly one in. It adds to the drama though. This 7 and 9 to tie it up at 4-4. And he's left himself a little tester. There's a couple of ways you play these 9 balls. Some players like to top it in, and most players like to swing it round the angles, and he's missed it, and this is the problem. Just didn't get close enough to it.
And this could be the pivotal moment in the match. That's the second 9 ball he's missed. He missed one from distance in rack 1. From short range in rack 8.
And this is not easy. There's a lot of distance. It's thinnish. It's a big shot. Oh, right in the heart of the pocket. Great shot, Konrad.
Yes, and you get the feeling, the overwhelming feeling, that could be a massive turning point. Huge difference between 4-4, which it should have been, and what it actually is now. 5-3 to Konrad Juszczyszyn. Cracking pot on the 9, but a terrible miss from Edwards.
Yeah, we're having another look at it here. I mean, it is a shot you can miss. You know, we've all missed them, there's no doubt about it. You just don't get quite straight on it, and you'll be sat there stewing that miss.
So what about the tail of the tape in this match, which has been notable for several mistakes from both players? Well, Juszczyszyn, as you might expect, has got the better break and win ratio. But look at that, he's missed 4 pots and he's 5-3 ahead. As I was saying to you, the previous match, Jason Shaw missed 0 pots and he was 6-2 down.
I think the telling factor in them stats, though, is the 2 pots Matt Edwards have missed are both 9 balls.
Very true. The only ball he's missed is the most important one.
And if he makes them both, Phil, he'd be 5-3 up instead of 5-3 down.
As we said, we could excuse him for the first one. It was from distance and by no means a certainty, but the second 9 ball miss. That was a blow to the solar plexus. And he was saying that he stews on defeats on that very lengthy journey home. And if he does lose this match, that 9 ball will be uppermost in his thoughts as he settles back into his chair for that marathon return journey.
He's just got to hope he don't have an easy run out and get double the punishment. And first glance tells me he doesn't have an easy layout. Interesting to see if he can see this 2-ball at all, because if he can, don't be surprised if he chases for the 9. It's fairly close to that corner pocket. Yeah, he'll be having a go at this 9-ball. Stand by your beds. Ooh. Wasn't a million miles off, was it, to be fair, when we had a look at the replay there, look.
Took a risk by taking it on. And although he's not done any immediate damage, he finds himself in a spot of bother.
Yeah, I think Matt's took out the right-hand side of the table for the one-rail escape. So he's going to have to go on the left, but it's not a natural. So I think he's going to have to kind of just miss the 7, and he'll be hitting this quite hard with screw because he's got to create an angle that's not there. And he's made it! It is a fluke. But it was a good hit because he did make the angle, it wasn't there.
Well, in the first match of the evening session, Eklund Kachi fluked 2 9-balls. In this match, Juszczyszyn has fluked 2 2-balls.
Yeah, them 2 flukes are Eclentis. They were disgusting. Nice pot there, though. I'm not so sure if the 4 goes, or has he got a combo on the 9?
Extension called.
The behind the back shot patented in snooker by world champion Mark Williams. Thought better of it, getting out the rest.
Yeah, I think it's just landed in a funny position. I think the combo's on. I think he went for a combo bank there, you know. There's attacking play and there's Konrad. That was phenomenal. That. He's come for a combo cross bank on the 9. He weren't a million miles away, to be fair to him.
There's attacking play and there's Konrad. The best line of the week, Calder. Oh no!
Matt, what have you done there? Now, if this is touching the knuckle, you can play this super hard and it squeezes off the knuckle. Exactly like that. Not a lot of people know that. Obviously, all the pros do, but it doesn't go and it's touching the knuckle. And what he's done is hit it super hard and it squeezes off the rubber and goes in the pocket. You don't really see that because it don't really land there a lot. Be nice if you can get another look at that.
Smashing bit of knowledge, goal there. That really was.
Yeah, it's like a bit of a... It's one of them shots where you set up and win a load of money in a bar.
Your cover's blown now.
I've never seen it in a pro tournament. Land there, look. Straight off the rubber, that, off the jaw. We've seen it all today. We have seen it all. No, he's not so sure what he's tried to play there. There was no real cover. He's kind of lost his way a bit here, hasn't he?
Yes, since he's missed that 9-ball, the air just seems to have been sucked out of the balloon. match of errors on both sides. We're seeing a multitude of blunders.
Nobody wants it at the minute, do they? It's all getting gifted for Konrad, but he's not grabbing it yet. And he's left it in a nasty position here. He's got to use the bridge. He's got to just try and pop this thin and miss the 8 ball to get on the green 6. It's a nasty shot, this. No, he's missed it on the way up now. Yeah, and he's left it, just stood up and had a look from the con box. So Konrad's got away with that one. But it's another mistake from Matt.
Good angle to come around the back of the green 6 ball as well. Four pots away from being on the hill.
Yeah, it's been a funny old match, this one. You mentioned before about Matt flying home, thinking about losing, and he's got a lot to think about in this match if he ends up losing.
Indeed, because the chances he's had have been abundant. Juszczyszyn hasn't played dominant pool in any way, shape or form. And yet, here he is. He finds himself on the verge of victory. He is leading Matt Edwards by 6 racks to 3. Can he put the lid on victory? We'll find out after a short break. It is day 2, evening 2 of the Dapperbet World Pool Masters, the 26th edition of what's recognised as Pool's leading invitation tournament. Making his debut in the event, Konrad Juszczyszyn, 6-3 up, hoping for a fruitful break here.
And fruitful it was. Konrad got into this event by winning the European World Pool Championships.
Yes, and as a qualified player, didn't have to take part in round 1.
Phil, I've been thinking, after Hanyu's performance, I think we need a tournament with like 8 ladies and 8 men, and they all play during the first round. Let's see what goes on.
Well, there's certainly a wide selection of very talented female players around the world. Chen Ximing, Liu Xiaxia, Ga Young Kim,
Zhao Tingpan.
And let's not forget the queen of all pool players, Alison Fisher.
Kelly Fisher.
Karen Kaur. There's your 8.
Listen, them women might be the favourites, you know. Listen, Emily Fraser, come on, get that tournament set up. I want to see it.
Anyway, we digress, or to be precise, you digress.
Well, there is a little gap there, but he certainly can't pot it. So he's going 3 rails, and it's the 4 ball. I think he went 3 rails to try and make the 4 in the side. I think it was a dead combo. I like the way Konrad plays, me. He just gets down and fires at everything, doesn't he? He does shoot the lights out, Phil.
There's no great hesitation. And in the same mould, Joshua Filler. who's up next in a real clash of the Titans against Albin Aushin. I know you're going to remain in the commentary box for that, Carl, with Alex Laley. That's one to look forward to.
Yeah, when I seen my name down for that match, I was a little bit excited, to say the least. I like watching Phila play.
I think we can confidently predict one thing. There will be fewer mistakes in that match than we've seen in this.
Yeah, and it's Matt back at the table. That one wobbled a bit. He's obviously a bit unsettled out there after that 9-ball. Was it 4-3 when he missed that 9-ball? It was, wasn't it?
It was right at the end of the 8th rack.
Yeah, and it was a big game changer, really. And that works. That's not too bad. You have to use the bridge though.
Okay.
He actually asked the referee for the use of the bridge there, but then realised he could reach the shot okay anyway. And when you can put your hand on the table, that's always preferable.
Yeah, he's a big lad. He's about 6'2", so he could just reach it. If he can just knock these balls in, though, he's got the break, and if he gets a little break and run, you know, it's 6-5. He's still in this match. Composed himself well in this 10th rack.
The black glove, the black uniform, and he was in a pretty dark mood when he went 6-3 down, but he's pulled himself up by the bootstraps, and Matt Edwards remains alive. 6-4 the score now, and of course he's breaking off in rack number 11. Juszczyszyn made contact with the 1, but that little nudge left it on. Edwards pounced. Well, the template is there, Carl. We've seen a match today where someone came back from the brink from 6-3 down, identical to this, to win 7-6. It was the match of the tournament so far. Shane Van Boning just about overcoming Han Yu in a So basically what we're saying is, in this format with winner breaks, it's never over until it's over.
No, but you just feel, as Matt Edwards got it in his locker to close out the match without any mistakes.
Rack 11.
There's Alex Laley, can't get enough, can he? When he's not in the box, he's watching.
Just watch the way Matt drives his body through that cue ball there. Sort of push your body through, and yet again, when you lose the cue ball, look at the shot you leave yourself. Can you imagine if the cue ball was like dead centre of the table now? How much easier this shot would be.
On the positive side, he has got a clear route through, and the 3 ball is open, so too the 4. But this is a big pressure ball, you're right, Carl.
Yeah, you kind of feel like it's the type of shot where if you make it, you can go on to a win, and if you miss it, you're on your way home. And I never really fancied him for it, I won't lie.
Well, there were lots of upper body movement there. The technique wasn't good. The shoulder went into it, and when you do that, you're toast. You saw the head jump up. You have to keep still. Have to.
Now, I do believe the 2-ball might go off this jaw of the centre. I don't think he's got a full pocket, so it's not guaranteed. Hence why he's missed that by a long way. And it's a good opportunity this for Matt now. There's a lot of pool left to be played here. Because he's missed a few balls himself, hasn't he? Keep the pressure on, Phil. That's all you can do.
So often we're seeing that. When a player tries to screw back, he's just not getting the action on the white he anticipates.
Yeah, and now he's got to kind of stun off the edge of the 9-ball to get the cue ball over onto this left side of the table. I can't really see if he can make them both in one shot. We've seen that a couple of times today. I just always tell myself in this instance, make sure you pot the 4. He's missed the 4, but he's made the 9. He holds his hand up.
Well. It is 6-5 in a match that refuses to die. Who's going to come through? Don't ask me. Well, you said before, it's a match that's had everything. Good pots, flukes, mistakes galore, twists and turns. And there's some more coming. I mean, he missed that pink 4-ball by a week.
Yeah, and it's one of them, if you pot the 4, the 9 won't go in, so he'll have known that. Instinct will have told him that on the shot. And he's ended up missing the 4, but luckily for him, the 9-ball went straight in.
2 matches this evening so far. 1 completed, 1 near completion. We've already seen 3 fluked 9-balls.
Yeah, unbelievable. This is what adds to the drama of our game, 9-ball pool. And it has to be said, Konrad's had his chances to close this match out. You can just sense there's more drama to be had though. More mistakes.
Thank you.
More funky pool.
For the 3rd time today, are we going to go to the wire? 2 matches this afternoon ended up 7-6.
Matt Edwards break, trailing 5 racks to 6.
Is this going to complete the hat-trick?
Again, just kind of lost the cue ball down towards this corner.
End result, though, not too bad.
Yeah, you see it a lot. If the 1-ball doesn't go in the side pocket, it generally comes round off a couple of rails over towards this right-hand side pocket. That was the problem with Han Yu's breaks. He just didn't quite have enough power because it kept staying on the top rail. But he's got a natural angle here and all. He just has to pot this with topspin. Like that. And I tell you what, Phil. Look at the way these balls are. We should be going hill-hill. but we've seen players under it this kind of shot many times. Not this time though, that's pretty good.
I told you right at the start of the match that he is the proprietor of the Pool and Blues Club in Auckland, hoping to give Konrad Juszczyszyn the blues. There he is, marooned in his chair. Something went bump in the night, but Edwards was unperturbed. He's won a total of 12 national titles over various disciplines of pool in his native New Zealand, and he's got a lot of heart.
We're going hill, folks.
Cracking stuff from Matt Edwards, I must say. When he missed the 9 ball to make the difference between 5-3 and what should have been 4-4, I thought he was done, basically. Not so. It's gone the distance. I suppose the way the match has gone, we shouldn't be surprised.
No, anything is possible, even though it didn't look possible.
One rack away from the quarterfinals of the Dafabet World Pool Masters. For someone like Matt Edwards, that is a massive deal.
Yeah, this is a big moment now for both players, to be honest.
Juszczyszyn here as the European 9-ball champion. He held himself together in that final to claim that major prize. Can he hold himself together to win this particular match? He was the favourite going in. Now, though, he is not the favourite because with the winner breaks format, Edwards gets the ball rolling, literally, in rack number 13.
Thank you. Final rack. Matt Edwards to break. 6 racks each.
All you can do is give this break a good clean hit, and everything else is out of your hands. Ooh. And there you see it. Lost the cue ball. I think it had a little kick as well up towards that pocket.
So the only ball in was that wing ball 7. And now it's a dogfight.
Yeah, he's just having a look. Can he play thin off it and hit enough of the top rail to get the cue ball all the way back down table in behind like the 9 ball.
Stanchion called.
This is a little, whenever they're close, it's never easy to judge looks a bit jabby. But there's no bank shot on, so it's going to have to be a safety shot. Oh, he's scratched off the edge of the two ball. Wow.
Start the clock, please.
It has to be said, he was letting that cue ball fly around. I do believe he was trying to hit the two with the cue ball to hold it there.
It could be calamitous.
And from missing that 9 ball and going 6-3 down, he's fought back and he's got ball in hand. He wants to hurry up here though, yeah. I'll tell you what. It's not a bad effort with 2 seconds to spare.
Yes, when you're lost in thought, that clock can creep up on you. Six of the biggest pots of his life stand between Matt Edwards and a surprise quarter-final berth.
Yeah, all you can ask for is an opportunity. The rest of the match is history. It's 6-6. He's at the table. Can you hold yourself together and clear these remaining 5 balls? He's pretty good there. He can just pot this ball, come off the one cushion, middle of the table.
I bet the customers at Pool and Blues are watching this and biting their fingernails.
Yeah, I feel a bit edgy myself, Phil, I won't lie. It's not too bad. He'd like to have come over a little bit more, but it's okay.
Is Juszczyszyn's goose cooked?
Now he is the wrong side of the 8 ball, so you've just got to make sure you hit this clean. And Phil, you know what he's left, don't you?
The same shot, basically. He missed before into the opposite top corner pocket this time.
Yeah, the only thing is I think he's going to play it different this time. I think he's just going to play this with topspin. It's there, he's done it. From 6-3 down, he wins the match.
What a comeback. Konrad Juszczyszyn absolutely devastated. Matt Edwards absolutely delighted. He wins 7-6 from 3 down with a possible 4 to play. What a turnaround, and his reward is a place in the quarterfinals of the Dafabet World Pool Masters of 2019.
Our third match on day 2 of the World Pool Masters has gone the distance. as Matt Edwards of New Zealand beats Konrad Juszczyszyn 7-6. What a comeback, what a match. So confirmation that Matt Edwards has gone through. So is Eklan Kachi earlier on. 2 more matches in this evening's session on day 2. Joshua Filler and Albin Ushin starting in just a moment, and then Skylar Woodward and Fedor Gorst get underway last this evening. And Matt Edwards is alongside me right now. Matt, I just said well done to you, and you said one word back to me: lucky.
Yeah, definitely lucky. Tonight was my night, I guess. I thought I was down and out there, and yeah, but luck went my way. So yeah, can't argue with that.
Well, we were here yesterday, and I was talking about how you were the underdog. You're the underdog again now. This is certainly making this long journey worthwhile.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, it's a long way to come. So you know, I'm due a bit of luck, I guess.
Well, exactly. Well, Alexander Kazakis in the next round, the quarterfinals tomorrow in the afternoon session. He's just played very, very well. But thinking about who you've already knocked out, you must have no fear.
No, that's not true. So, I mean, everyone here is a good player. So I've just got to come out and try and play my game, and hope the rolls go my way again, and we'll see what happens.
Well, very best of luck for tomorrow, and well done. Okay, our next match is Joshua Filler against Albin Ushin.